Now as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important. We apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Red D.
Oh, the countdown's already started and gone. So whenever you're ready.
Oh, shit, sorry. Welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I am Ryan.
And I am Trenton, not talking as loud as Ryan.
And I am Sean.
Yes.
Yes?
It is.
So,
he's back.
if you missed our last episode, we had a little college football talk, mostly about Colorado. We sprinkled in some LSU, Florida State. We talked a little college QBs and the great first weekend that they had. Then we gave you our top 5 tailgate game day foods. One day we will do a non-food top 5, but it might not be this year. 2026. When the Mets start playing relevant baseball, we will do a non-top 5 foods.
Maybe when baseball matters in New York again.
Don't tell that to my dad. Oh,
That'll be a couple years.
oh yeah.
After they fire Cashman.
I can't believe he still has a job. But
Yeah.
his best move was re-signing Judge. But I guess. I don't know. And we also, last episode, guys, introduced our new segment, Sí or No.
No.
See.
And for those of you who know habla inglés, Sí means sí in Espanol. But on this edition, guys, we're going to start naming some of our preseason NFL season awards. I don't know why I said preseason, but our season prediction awards. We're going to introduce another segment, Rapid Fire. And we'll be going to Vegas to give you our best bet of the weekend. So, gentlemen, fall is upon us. Football is officially here. Baseball is about to wrap up.
Fire the grills up.
Fire the grills up.
The smokers.
Yes, I mean, one thing we didn't mention on the top 5. You guys like chili on football Sunday?
Yes,
Chili
I
on
meant to mention that.
Why would I
was thinking about it.
Why would I eat chili on a football?
On
it's
a football
delicious,
Sunday.
man.
No.
That leather and chili together. Oh.
I've had some pigskin before, but I don't know if that's the kind of.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
Hoagies and grinders.
Hoagies
and grinders.
Yeah.
All right. So with every season,
yes on the chili, just not on the football. Not on the actual football.
Yes. Chili is wonderful.
Chili and queso.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Chili and queso. So with this season starting, you're always going to have your household names, your ones that are up there every year for the same discussion. So let's start off with the MVP. Any dark horses, repeaters? Will we have a repeat MVP? I don't know. But Mr. Anderson, let's see your MVP candidates.
Okay, so my MVP candidates. So I believe the MVP will be Mr. Jalen Hurts from the Eagles. He's my pick. Yeah, I know he's probably on 60% of the list right now. I know.
Oh, by the way, Houston just hit another home run.
Who?
I know, yeah. Wow.
Which one?
Alvarez.
Alvarez?
Yeah. Straight center.
But I do think a couple guys will give him a run for his money, or a few guys. I believe Lamar Jackson will be in that hunt. I know T said otherwise in our last episode, but I think since Lamar got paid, I think he will show up, and I think he will be dominant and awesome this year. 4,000 yards, 1,000 yards rushing. He's going to do it.
Well, again, I didn't say anything about how his talent or his play is. I said how the coach is going to use him. Is what I said to live up to that contract, which is not
new
just,
new offense,
not just one year. But go ahead.
A new offense that's going to pass a lot more, I think, too. So I think that'll be a difference for him too as well. So
his best set of weapons too.
Yeah,
definitely is
best he's ever had for sure.
Definitely so.
Still has Andrews there too. So third, I do have Mr. Pat Mahomes. I just don't think you can have a combo of MVP in the league without mentioning him. Anywhere in the top 5, somewhere up there. Fourth, I actually have Trevor Lawrence. T-Law, another guy I think takes another huge step forward this year, and I pray for it too because he's on my fantasy team. But I definitely would love to see it, and I think he's capable of it. I think their schedule kind of matches up very well for him to do it. They not only play their division, they play the NFC South, the other worst division in football. So, that's 12 games against, 10 games against some of the worst teams in the league. So I'm not saying that's a way to give him the MVP, but it's, something to consider, that he should light those guys up.
I mean, someone did pick them to go, 13-4.
True. Hey, good pick.
Yep.
I probably could reevaluate that and change mine too. And then my fifth pick is someone I mentioned last episode too, Aaron Rodgers. Like I said, I just think he plays up to that level. I think he just, I think he brings the Jets, into the playoffs. I think he, is playing back to his level that he's always played with during his career. So, but definitely believe in him. Just a few dark horses I have. I kind of have a combo of a Jefferson or Chase. I think one of those guys is going to break every record for the receivers this year. I kind of lean more towards Chase for some reason. I don't know why. I just kind of do, but I feel like Chase could be that guy that could just break every receiving record known to man and for a season and be in that combo. And then another guy I kind of have as my dark horse a little bit is Tua. I feel he has the weapons too. The only thing I feel that's holding them back is that I think their team's only going to go about 9-8, so I don't think that they'll be extremely competitive. So
8-3 when he started last year.
Yeah, I think that'll hurt him. And then I know y'all are going to hate this pick, and I promise I'm not picking my fantasy guys, but Dak Prescott. I know y'all hate it. Y'all are like, ugh. But I'll say this: his coach is on the hot seat, and he's on the hot seat. This is it. He's playing for that $60 million a year contract.
But he plays in Dallas. He's on the hot seat all the time.
Exactly. True. But this is it. He knows that Trey Lance is right behind him, and I know that sounds ridiculous to begin with, but I'm telling you, that's their plan. That's the backup plan. That's the way they're going to go because they know that they're going to have to extend him and they're going to have to sign him to $60 million a year, which is just ridiculous to me. But he has to perform to get that, and I think that pressure is going to lead him to have the best year of his career. So we'll see.
I don't know. Tied with Davis Mills for the most interceptions last year, and he only played 12 games.
Hey, good call.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are my MVP. I have offensive and defensive player, but we can save that for after this. So, Trenton, how about you? Who you got for your MVP, sir?
Let's see. Well, I didn't write anything down, and once again, I mean, I feel like you covered a lot of those guys. I would say Mahomes has definitely got to be number one. Again, I'm just gonna. Until someone comes and takes it from him.
Right.
I think, close seconds Hurts. Hurts going to duplicate what he did last year, with losing the coordinator and such like that. I think there's a good possibility in it. But again, Mahomes, it's tough. It's tough to see someone other than him. other than Hurts taking that from him. But I do think like a Justin Herbert has a little breakout kind of season and can come through. He's someone that's kind of not necessarily on the radar, but definitely can surprise some people if the Chargers start playing really, really well. I think Lamar can be up there too. Again, it's not about I don't doubt his ability to go big and play well and stuff. I just question how they're going to utilize and save those legs because again, get running around out there like that, eventually you're gonna get dinged up, and I'd hate to see that. He's got a lot of weapons around him. There's no doubt that probably the best he's had since he's been in the league. So if that's the case, well then use his arm, please. Like don't cut back on the options and all that stuff. Like first downs and things, sure, but like get that ball out of his hands quickly. But I think a dark horse out there, one of my dark horses I would think was what Ryan said, is Tua. If he stays healthy, well, if they can keep him healthy from the concussions and stuff like that, but he has the weapons. And speaking of the weapons,
Yes.
I think Tyreek Hill is going to be the number one receiver. I think he's the guy that's going to go break the yardage and get the receptions and stuff like that. I think Chase and Jefferson and company will be up there, but I think Tyreek's the one that goes big this year.
Well, Hill said he was going to get $2,000 this year.
And I don't doubt that man. I mean, until someone catches him again, who keeps up with him as far as speed wise? Like, not a lot of people. But again, it goes back to that quarterback position, which we all know is very vital. So,
Right.
Dak, no hate on the guy. I mean, he has all the skills to do it, but if they're going to be running the ball more, I mean, then that take a lot of the opportunities out of his hands. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily see him in the MVP running. I think Aaron Rodgers definitely can be up there, but we'll just have to see how that all plays out. I think Trevor Lawrence has a good chance if he can kind of duplicate some stuff too. But
No.
it stings because there's not a lot of running backs that you can really say. I don't know. I mean, Saquon possibly could be mentioned if he has the right season. I mean, they talk about being smart with McCaffrey, so I don't know. But I mean, it can't really take Derrick Henry out of the running if he has a full healthy season. Like, I could see him having a huge year. So, but they shine or they focus more on the quarterback and wide receiver position than over the running backs. But
yeah, I think the only thing holding them back too is the record. They look at your record a lot. It's
right.
I mean that matters as much as we don't want to say it. I don't see the Titans winning a lot of games. I think the same could be said for Bijan in Atlanta. I mean, dude could set all the rookie records for rushing.
Sure.
Could be.
Sure.
He could be that guy, but how many games are they going to win?
For sure.
I mean,
Just
7,
like the Heisman.
8.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt in that.
Quarterback heavy.
Definitely don't disagree with you guys at all on that. But yeah, those are some of the guys that were around about in my mind. I don't really have anybody sneaky. I mean, if say like a Jordan Love can do some certain things and get them a division title, I think if the numbers are right, he could be in the talk abouts. But right, it's tough right now since there's I think you would go with some of these players that have been around for a second and then shown you something. So, but we will see. We'll see after Thursday night once we get everything rolling.
I like the Jordan Love there you gave kind of.
Yeah.
That's I think a lot of people are overlooking him and he could be something.
He could be
I'm not
something.
seeing
He hasn't looked terrible
So,
just based on
true.
the few series he's played in the preseason and stuff, but it's one of the most beautiful thing about some of the sports out there, man. You just never know. You never know who's going to step up, and then all of a sudden,
Absolutely.
who gets hot, who gets confident. So,
Right, exactly.
But yeah, what about you, Sean?
Well, I have a totally different list than you guys, but I'll put Trevor at 5.
I already can tell you.
I think they're going to have
who your number one's going to be.
Daniel Jones.
No, I don't have DJ in the top 5. I do not.
Whoa.
I do not.
I mean,
Somehow that slipped my mind. I don't know.
Ryan had Dak in there because he eats Raisin Bran, so they like to share.
And grape nuts.
They like to share the crust. What do you keep yelling?
Hey,
what are you yelling at that mic?
we eat the Campbell soup chunky together. Come on.
Does he come out?
What's your flavor?
Does he come through
Chicken
the?
and dumplings.
Does he come through the kitchen door with a nice warm bowl of it for you?
Doing my Zeke.
That's how you eat it. Oh,
Well, Zeke's been double feed me this offseason.
Yeah,
Or maybe he's just getting ready for the New England weather. I don't know.
true.
But-
Gotta stay
but-
warm.
No, I'm with you, Ryan. I have Trevor
More
in a couple of
insulation.
my leagues. They
Yeah.
started so bad, and then 7-2, 8-2 down the stretch, and then that great
Yeah.
comeback in the playoffs. I just think it's the real deal. Jags are returning 20 of 22 starters, most in the NFL. And Doug Peterson's a really good coach. I mean,
Very good.
if you could actually win in Philly, you're a good coach. So.
Yes.
At 4, I'm going to throw Mahomes. I think he kind of gets like the LeBron kind of in the MVP discussion. Like he should always be in it, and it's like,
Right.
or the Jokic. Let's just say the Jokic factor, because Jokic should have won his 3rd MVP in a row. But just to be fair to everybody else, I guess they have to give it to somebody else. And the Chiefs
Right.
will be fine. Like you said last episode, Ryan, Mahomes, Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame coach, you're fine. At
True.
3, I'm going to throw Justin Jefferson up there, just because I think the kid, or Chase, I think both are going to
Yeah.
have monster years. But
Yeah.
until somebody can stop Justin Jefferson, he has to be. He'll be kind of the Devontae Smith in the Heisman chase, but Devontae won it. So at 2,
True.
I've got Mr. Joe Cool, Joe Burrow. I mean, I know he's had every single year. It seems like he's going through something in the preseason, but they're the Bengals at the end of the year in the mix. Can go toe-to-toe with Kansas City. Can go toe-to-toe with
True.
Buffalo. Went in there and shut Buffalo up last year.
Right.
that's true. This is true.
I mean, whether you want to say that Buffalo had a bunch of stuff that happened, unfortunately, which did, but Burrow's
Can't
just the
say he
man.
doesn't step up in big games. So
I mean,
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
from the national championship game at LSU, he didn't
The
finish
Super
his
Bowl he
rookie
played good in.
year. Yep.
he did.
And at 1, I have Justin Herbert. I think this is his year. Like we mentioned, coach is on the hot seat. I love watching the kid play, and bringing in Kellen Moore
Yeah.
is what, which I could say, I won't give Dak any MVP votes, but I just don't. Dak's a good quarterback. He's not an MVP quarterback. But I think losing Kellen Moore, and then you're putting the play calling in Mike McCarthy's hands. We know what happened when he had Aaron Rodgers. So, I don't know.
True.
I don't know. But I just think Herbert's, it's his year where he gets a playoff win. And we have to do our postseason predictions. We'll do that next episode.
Yeah.
So, and I just want to, you're going to have to write that down.
I have to write that down. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
I do
don't
want to
know.
go back because Ryan said there's 10 wins for the Jags between their division and the NFC South, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
that means you have
possibly.
them. That means you have them going 0-7 against the rest of the league. By the way, you have
No,
the
I have them
Jags.
going 11-6.
Did
So
you?
1 and
I have
6.
10-7. I have it
Yeah,
10-7.
11-6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I probably need to change some of that. That
It's
was
too late.
2 months
It's-
ago. Come on.
It's too late. Yeah. Back when we were trying to figure this thing out.
yeah,
which,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's great quality.
that's thrown in the archives.
Yeah. Yes. just show you people how far we've come
Right.
as we grow,
Right.
as we grow into our roles.
We've grown
Right.
so much.
Yep.
No.
All right, so quickly, let's go through. Just give me 3 offensive player of the year. Go ahead, Ron.
McCaffrey, I think, could definitely be on that list. I mean, no reason dude can't rush for 1,200 yards and catch 100 balls. That right there puts him in there. I know Purdy will still dump it off to him. They're going to have design plays for him. He's still going to get 10-plus touchdowns. So I don't see any way he doesn't. Probably going to be the number 1 running back just based on the catches. But my number 2 guy I think will be the number 1 running back in the NFL and that's Nick Chubb. I like Chubb rushing for 1,500 plus this year, 12 touchdowns, pretty much being the reason the Browns win any games. So,
you don't trust Deshaun?
I don't, man. I just don't yet. I haven't seen enough from him, and I think they got Nick Chubb. They can rely on him. They did last year, and I think he goes off again this year. So, third, I kind of have a few guys here. I do think Saquon Barkley is going to be awesome. Dude's going to, pretty much be CMC Jr. I could see him catching 60 to 70 balls this year. I think he's going to really improve his receiving game, and that be a bigger part of his game, and that play a big role for them, for the Giants being successful too. And then Jefferson and Chase, I know we talked about them, but I just see those guys, and this is not to take away anything from the quarterbacks. I'm just trying to mention some other guys, but yeah, Jefferson I wrote down. I mean, dude's gonna catch 140 balls this year, man. I mean, easily, and score 12 touchdowns. I feel it's just like a given for him, and he's gonna be awesome. So, just a few guys there. So, how about you, T?
It's a good list. I mean, a lot of those players I'm right there with you with on them. I think Tyreek Hill is definitely up there again. I think he's one of the guys that I think is going to lead the league. I don't necessarily know if he'll lead in receptions, but I think yardage wise, possible touchdowns. I think he's going to succeed a lot of players. I really like Saquon a lot this year. I think just based on how I think the Giants are going to use him, and hopefully, much like it's been talked about before, like Daniel Jones and his legs, but to be able to get the ball down the field and get him in certain positions for him to be able to take it to the house and stuff like that. And I think again, with like you said, I think he will have more receptions and such.
Yeah,
Saquon led the conference in rushing last year.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, I see him kind of duplicating, if not being better, based on just the other weapons that are now around him, and maybe he doesn't have to touch the ball as much, but maybe he can be as productive, kind of thing.
I think they can just keep him fresher.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go on a little stretch, and I'm gonna say Garrett Wilson. I think if Rodgers is going to play like an MVP candidate, which I don't doubt him at all of doing. I mean, we've seen it over the years outside of last year. But he needs to have a go-to number 1 guy, and I think Garrett Wilson can possibly be that guy and definitely put up some large numbers. Outside of that, I'd say you got your usual candidates. McCaffrey. You probably throw Kelsey in there, depending how he got dinged up today. But maybe, hopefully, he's not too injured. And then of course you got Mahomes up in there running and stuff like that. Maybe even an AJ Brown. Maybe a CeeDee Lamb if everything goes well out in Jerry World, but yeah, I'm sure there's going to be someone else, a Nick Chubb for sure, a Lamar, a Zay Flowers kind of thing or something. I mean, that maybe for rookie, but
wow.
But I can see some people putting up some numbers though. Maybe people we're not even thinking of, but But yeah, I think a lot of your usual candidates are out there. But I do like me some Garrett Wilson though this year. Honestly, do.
That's a good dark horse. I like that one. I didn't even think about that.
I like the Garrett Wilson too. I like that. I could see him.
I had him last year on my fantasy team, and just the numbers he put up as a rookie, it was pretty impressive based on all those different quarterbacks. Ooh, someone just took it to the ribs. Yeesh, that can't be good. But
how much for one rib? I'll
give you a nickel. Let me just suck on the bone. But yeah, I like me some Wilson this year, and again, he's going to be playing with a Hall of Fame quarterback, and so I think they can get some progress done there. So. What about you, Sean?
All right. Well, I agree with the Saquon. No homer, but just being an analyst. I think Christian McCaffrey will be up there too. You know, Chase and JJ
for sure.
But I think JJ is going to win it. I just think. I mean,
something tells me he has it does not as good of a season. I don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, it's hard to match last year. Yeah. I mean, with what he did. But I think them drafting Jordan Addison is a big upgrade over Adam Thielen. Mm-hmm. I think they'll be throwing it more since Cook's gone. I know Ryan doesn't like Cook, but, you know, Madison's a good serviceable back.
I don't hate Cook. I just, he fell off last year for me a lot.
And I think, I want to put Travis Kelce up there, but unfortunately, I'm so glad he didn't tear his ACL. But, I mean, eventually he's got to start declining, right? You know?
Hadn't missed a game at all.
I mean,
they say that about Derrick Henry, too,
That's true. All it takes is that one injury to get you going. But I'm going to throw – I like a couple see, everybody's going to think I'm a homer with this, but I think Darren Waller's going to have I think Darren Waller's going to be your offensive player of the year. I think he's going to get 100 catches.
A tight end.
A giant?
I don't think Kelsey's ever won it either.
A giant?
No.
So you're saying he's going to break every tight end record ever, basically?
Well, that would be
Kelsey
fantastic. That would be fantastic.
Hey, for my fantasy team, I hope I have him.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be the stats. I think it's just going to be the impact. I don't know. I think that poor kid, Daniel Jones. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to just stop talking about it. So I will say JJ. JJ is going to win. Yeah, right.
I know.
Just peeing my Cheerios. So. All right.
No, I want Waller to do
grape
it.
Nuts.
I would love it too. Yeah.
Hey, I got to see no for you guys. Who falls off first, Kelsey or Derrick Henry?
That's not a see or no.
Oh, yeah.
How do you answer that?
Uno, dos.
Who falls off first? Derrick Henry.
Does Kelsey fall off first? Does Kelsey fall off before Derrick Henry?
No. Derrick Henry's already
yes.
Derrick Henry's already had an injury. So.
I'm going to say yes. But I think him falling off, he's still going to be a top 10 tight end.
I got beat.
Yeah.
See you later, offensive side of the ball. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball.
Okay. I mean,
where'd you go? All I see is your fan. Did you fall down?
What comes after O?
Well, Ryan, how about your defensive player of the year?
Man, I'm so torn on this, and I promise I don't like the Cowboys, but I can't see how Micah Parsons doesn't get this, man.
I can't.
I just, golly, man, the dude, the pressure. He does need to work on a few things in his game, but I just don't see how he doesn't have the chance, to win it. I do think T.J. Watt will push him to the max. Like, it's going to be so close between those two. T.J. Watt, Micah Parsons, so close between them. I think even Nick Bosa will be in that too. He's won it before. And
did you pick a Cowboy?
Yeah. Micah Parsons.
Shocker. All I had to go do is shake the dew out the lily and come back to next year just picking a Cowboy. Man.
I'm not though. I don't know why. And you know what? I don't see that much team success from it. That's the only thing. Like I don't. I think they're a playoff team, but I don't think they get any further than they've gotten in the past. But they have talent.
Defensive player.
Yeah.
So you're saying defensive?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think y'all could at least
He's a
agree with
beast.
me with Michael Parsons.
Oh yeah, he's an
yeah.
absolute beast, man.
For sure.
He's an absolute beast, and
So-
there's no other. You have to say much more, man.
Yeah. And
I believe
like I
all
was
three of
saying,
our teams could have drafted Micah.
yeah.
Well, I don't think
Could've.
Tampa could have. I know the
No,
Giants.
Tampa couldn't. Yeah.
I know the
Tampa had
Giants
to pick
could
after
have.
them.
I don't think the Commanders are smart enough to.
Commanders got Chase Young, didn't they? Was that the same draft? Right? Chase Young, right?
I think so, but where was Parsons at though?
Mm-mm.
Like,
I think that's Young.
That was the year before.
Yeah,
I think it was the
Okay.
year before,
Mhm.
yeah. But what pick was Parsons though?
11th.
11.
And the Commanders were terrible when they got Young. I think they were second,
Yeah,
third, maybe.
yeah. Because that's
Crazy.
when the Giants beat y'all, so that's where y'all got the second pick and we got the fourth pick. But we got our
That's right.
All-Pro left tackle with that pick.
Yeah.
But,
Crazy.
okay,
Hallelujah to that.
all right.
He was
well,
selected 12th overall in the 2021 draft.
12th. Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's get off of Cowboy Ryan's picks and let's go to Trenton with his Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, I gotta do one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got no idea. Got no idea.
Okay, so anybody but Parsons. All right, heard. So,
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go with Parsons because
What?
no, I mean,
I think there's a leak in my roof. I don't know. I'm just kidding. It's raining
Right.
Cowboys in here.
so you got a whole Cowboy that fell through the roof.
Yeah. Through the ceiling. The ceiling is the roof.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Defense is not something that I guess I follow too hard, but yeah, I don't really know. I mean, you give it to Donald and stuff like that because maybe they have a bounce back season. He's getting up there. What's the dude from the Lions?
Hutchinson?
Aiden.
I like him a lot. So I feel like he'd be up there. If he's not up there as far as the defensive player of the year, maybe like a sacks leader kind of thing or something like that. Especially if Chris Jones is going to hold out as long as he is. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to roll with Hutchinson. I don't follow defenses a whole lot, so I don't have a lot of info here, and I'm not gonna look like a complete moron more than I already have. So
No
but
ball.
yeah.
No ball.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah. What do you think, Sean? How about you?
Well, I do not have Parsons winning it, but I have him at number 2, behind T.J. Watt.
Yeah, there you go.
I put Watt over Bosa and Micah. He's just a difference maker. Pittsburgh's so much better with him, and I think Bosa's not going to have as good of a year because of his holdout. Same thing with Chris Jones. I think, guys that hold out and they always come back, they always have those little cheap soft tissue injuries, and it just seems to derail them. At 4, a candidate I like Max Crosby from the Raiders. I think the guy gets severely underrated and overlooked, but the guy is always up there in sacks, QB pressures, and just plays his guts out every week.
Yeah,
and
he
then,
gives Mahomes hell, that's for sure.
yeah, and I also like Myles Garrett to be up there.
I like Garrett too a lot.
A lot of people like him a lot this year. I've heard his name mentioned a lot.
I mean, as long as he's not swinging helmets, I mean, he's really good at attacking the quarterback and sacking. Yeah. So, but anyways, so we'll just go ahead and slide on to the next segment.
I will mention a dark horse, I think, is Sauce Gardner from the Jets. The only thing I think with him is they don't really throw him the ball a whole lot anymore, so he doesn't get the stats. But, I still think he'll be good. So
For sure. I mean, you don't need the stats if you can take half the field away,
yeah,
So,
true.
All right. Well, Ryan's got to go take a quick nature walk.
Give me like 2 minutes. Quick nature walk. Promise.
Enjoy your nature. Say hi to the squirrels.
That's hilarious.
Maybe they'll talk back.
Look at that. I mean, look at we multitask while we're live. I mean, that's just fantastic.
I mean, that's what we've done all of our lives.
All right. Well, let's kill some time.
Multitask.
Who do you think's the team, T, that nobody's talking about that they should?
We're talking about football, right?
Yeah.
NFC or NFL?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I just hit a 3-run homer against you, man, to walk off. Help my playoff chances here.
Home run. Yeah, man.
Run. I can say that I think the Commanders have to be up there. I think they're talented enough to pull upsets off. I mean, they got again, that schedule's tough, but I mean, in the NFC, it's like there's only about 4 teams you can really think of that are like contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else kind of middle of the road. So I don't know. They could be somebody that could possibly go on a little hot streak. I'd like to see what the Panthers do. I mean, it's tough to win with a rookie quarterback. Everyone knows that. Everyone says that, but they've built around him pretty well. And so the offensive line's already there. Their defense wasn't terrible last year. But I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to see how they kind of come out. I don't think the Browns are very good. I just don't believe in Watson. I don't want to believe in Watson at all.
Kept going back and forth on them.
I love me some Nick Chubb. I do. But I don't like Watson, but I don't know. I don't see it really panning out so much. But and then I think the Seahawks. I think a lot of people, I guess, talk about the Seahawks. I think that the one question is, will Geno duplicate what he did last year?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the first one to stand up and admit that I laughed whenever they made the trade. He signed or however it went. He went there and stuff. I was like, this is just ridiculous. Like, can't believe they're going to trade Wilson and put in Smith. And after what we saw, witnessed, over his starts, I was just like, I thought that was silly. But I mean, hats off to him, man. He went out there, got it done, and told us all really to,
yeah,
shut our mouths, kind of thing. So,
I agree. That's
so now that he has more weapons with that rookie running back, was it Charbonnet? You got
Kenneth
from
Walker.
Ohio. Yep.
Yeah,
Kenneth Walker already there.
Yeah.
And then the wide receiver. So, they put some nice pieces around him too. So maybe he doesn't have to do as much and things. So, I don't.
What about the Saints?
The Saints can have the Saints defense. I think is always legit. It's always right there. And I think if Carr can play the way he did, 2 or 3 years ago, yeah, I think the Saints could definitely make a run too.
It'll be the best defense he's ever had. So,
yeah.
And I think he's on
the foul. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think Carr's on a mission to
I think he
prove the
too.
Raiders, to stick it to the Raiders. So,
I think Baker's kind of on that same mission too, but Carr plays more. I wouldn't say more. I couldn't say he plays more smart, but like Carr doesn't make like crazy he made some dumb decisions in the red zone and stuff. I mean, I definitely remember that. I don't know. There's just something about Carr is more consistent and things more. I don't know. He just has a better way of controlling or leading a game. I think Baker has it in him, and he has all the weapons around him right now. But I mean, we'll just see if he matures up to do that. So, I say the Falcons are pretty kind of sneaky team. I mean, I don't think Ritter's a terrible quarterback. I hope Kyle Pitts has a breakout year.
Mm-hmm.
You got Bijan back there, so I think there's somebody that could possibly make it. Just without anyone even. I mean, not that they wouldn't know, but it's just like there's no one talking about him. The only thing they're talking about is Bijan. So. But yeah,
I think Ryan's putting on his Micah Parsons jersey.
I think so.
Or is he wearing a Dak jersey?
Both. What's down there? What's that? Did you find a snack down there? Cookie on the ground?
Some chili on the football.
Holy
He's
shit.
back. He's back.
Sorry. Major hailstorm going on. I had my truck parked out front, so I had to move it.
You just
I
went on
promise.
NFL.com and ordered yourself a Dak and Micah Parsons jersey.
You know it.
Yeah.
Cowboys for life. I ordered my
Yes.
cowboy starter kit with my jorts and my my white tinnies.
This dude live out in West Texas talking about there's a hailstorm going on. It's like, man,
There really is.
There ain't nothing going on out there.
Yes, I promise. I wish it wasn't true. Little half-inch hail, but not too bad. So
Did you get your truck pulled up?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it covered. So good.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
sorry for the
All right,
break,
guys. Let's get a little rapid fire, shall we?
Let's go.
All right. So what we're gonna do is
What
Rap-
the hell in
what?
San Angelo?
what the hell? Where the
Right.
hell is Angelo? You mean Antonio? San Antonio?
He walked off the field.
All right, so with rapid fire, guys, I'm going to read you off the game and just real quick, give me your winner. We don't need to spend too much time on it. We do have. Oh,
I know.
sorry. Damn, that's some good audio. But all right, anyways. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so Lions and Chiefs Thursday.
That's going to rattle people's floors.
That's right. That's that hail right there. So
They're going to
Yes.
have to
All
turn
right.
that bass down.
All right, so Trenton, Chiefs 6.5 points over the Lions. Who you got?
You said Chiefs 6.5 over the Lions. What am I doing here? Am I picking
Just
to win the
straight
game?
up. Straight up.
Oh, I think the Chiefs win the game. Well, now with this Kelsey injury, if Kelsey does not play, I'll take the Lions to win.
Okay, Ryan.
They're playing in Detroit, right?
No, it's in
I got the
KC.
Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Oh, they're
Debut
playing
game.
in Arrow. They're
I
playing
got
in
the
Arrowhead.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, they're defending
Yeah.
champs, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Chiefs.
to. Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, I guess I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to take the Chiefs that are playing at home. Sorry,
Chiefs.
thought they were in Detroit, so I was gonna give them a little leeway there.
I will go Chiefs as well. That's a sweep there. All right,
I
Panthers.
do think they keep it close though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
do
gonna be a
too.
great game. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Looking
I
forward
think
to it.
Detroit's gonna run straight at them.
I think they keep it under the 6.5.
I agree.
Yes.
Panthers at Falcons. -3 for the Falcons. What say you, Ryan?
I got the Falcons. I think they kind of impress. They run the hell out of the ball. Bijan shows out, and Falcons win.
I'm gonna take the Panthers. I say they go and surprise me. It's week 1, and I think that's where some of these upsets happen. And
Excellent.
I think they go in there and get the job done. I do think Bijan has a game though, but yes, I don't know how. I think some last second field goal the Panthers win.
Yeah, I like the Falcons in that. All right, Jags at Colts.
T.
Trenton.
I'm taking the Jags. I don't see the Colts doing much without Jonathan Taylor.
I got the Jags too, but I think Richardson does something in that game. May not fully impress and may have some turnovers, but I think he shows that
Hmm.
he's probably the best quarterback in this class.
Okay. Kid's talented. He's going to be fun to watch for sure. I got the Jags as well. All right. Niners at Steelers. Niners 2.5 point favorite.
I got the Steelers taking it. I feel like this is kind of the shocking game because I think the Steelers are much improved this year, and Niners kind of go in there. Brock Purdy, only second-year guy, getting a little shocked, but I think the Steelers just narrowly win by like a field goal or something. So
Yeah,
Steelers.
I think Steelers win 20-17.
Oof.
So-
All right. That's another clean sweep. I like the Steelers as well. All right. T. Cardinals at the Commies.
C. Oh, that doesn't work? Okay.
Yeah.
No. I don't
mean,
even know why I asked you that question. So I'll just,
I mean,
Washington.
let's
Okay.
we gotta. Well, I would have to think that the comrades there or whatever. What are they called again? Commanders.
Commanders.
Call them so many different names. I don't remember.
Commanders.
But the Commandos are going to beat the Cardinals. I would if they lose this game. I mean, let's be for real. Like,
Riverboat Ron's fired.
I mean, well, someone should be. I mean, the Cardinals have openly admitted that they are playing for the number one pick. So if you don't go in there and dominate this team, like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So that's not being a homer. Every team that plays them this year, outside of possibly the Raiders, should dominate this team. And even at that, they got Josh Jacobs, so they should take care of him too.
Sure.
I got the Commanders by 17. Sam Howell throws 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I like that. I think it's possible.
The kid was supposed to be, he was a preseason first-round pick.
Dotson's going to ball out.
No scary Terry.
Jahan Dotson.
No scary Terry. All right.
2 touchdowns, 85 yards.
Bengals at Browns.
I got the Bengals. Closer game than people think, but I still think the Bengals win by 9 or 10 points.
Okay.
Bengals as well. I think it's closer than that just because of how that rivalry always is. That might be a field goal game that the Bengals pulled out by. But yeah, too much talent for them not to go in there and win.
I'm gonna go Browns. I just think I'm thinking about last year when Burrow missed all that time with that appendectomy, 3 interceptions against the Steelers in the opening game, and he's always kind of struggled against Cleveland. So I like the Browns by a field goal. All right, Titans at Saints.
T.
I'm gonna take the Saints. I think Derrick Henry has a decent game. I think the Saints at home, they're always tough to play, no matter who you are, no matter what your record is, no matter what their record is. Saints at home are always really tough. And I think it'll be a close game as well, but I think they go in there and get the job done. Probably win about 4 or so, something like that.
New Orleans Saints by 6. Hard to beat at home. Opening weekend football, crowd's going to be going crazy. Derek Carr has a pretty good game. I think Michael Thomas has a nice little comeback game with 80 yards and a touchdown.
Right.
What about Jimmy Graham? He catch a ball?
If he's not
He'll
wandering the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay off the pills.
That's right. I will go with the Aints as well. All right, Anderson. Bucks at Vikings.
Man, this one's tough. But I got to go with the Bucks to lose to the Vikings this week. Closer game than people think. The Bucks still have a pretty decent defense. I do think the Vikings win by like 6. I want to say a field goal, maybe 6 points. But I do have the Vikings sneaking out a win. Just barely, though.
Oh, man. It's kind of a tough one. I could see Baker and company going there and pulling the upset. And I think that's what I'm going to go with. I think they're going to go in there and pull the upset. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I I think Madison can do the job that Dalvin did. I mean, he clearly has in the past, but I don't know what it is. A couple of certain turnovers, maybe that Kirk Cousins might possibly have. I mean, Vikings defense is improved, but I don't know. On turf, first game of the year, yeah. Why not? Why not take the Bucks?
All right.
Why not?
I'll go the Vikings, but I think it is a close game. Okay, biggest point spread of the weekend. Texans at Ravens, -10. T, who you got?
I think the Ravens win the game. I do not think they cover those points.
That's just a lot.
It's just too many, especially for the hype that's going to be. Are they at Texas or in Houston?
It's in Baltimore.
In Baltimore, yeah. Yeah, I still don't like the double digits, so I say again. I think the Ravens win. I just don't think they cover the points.
Yeah.
I can see them winning by 10. In other words,
Ravens win by 13. Lamar starts his MVP status going forward from week 1 on.
All right. I like the Ravens as well. All right. And now we shift to the 4:30 games. Rams at Seahawks. Hawks by 5.
Go ahead, T.
I thought I was up. My bad. I'm going to take the Seahawks. I just don't. Without Cooper Kupp, I don't think the Rams have enough to make too much noise with.
Have you ever heard of anybody going to a hamstring specialist before?
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's interesting.
I think he's going to be out for a while.
Kind of do too, unfortunately, because I really love his talent. I really love what he's done on the field. But without him, I feel like he's their best player on offense.
Got to lean on Puka.
Definitely.
It's going to be tough. I don't see them winning that game.
Yeah. I got the Seahawks. I won't say a blowout. I think by at least a touchdown. But I think they dominate both sides of the ball. Seattle, again, tough place to play. Week 1, crowd's going to be going crazy. 12th man going to be all up in it. So Seahawks win it.
And I agree. All right. Does Chicago finally get the win over the Green Bay Packers since their daddy has gone to New York?
Bears win. Bears win by 3 points. Justin Fields throws 200 yards and rushes for 110.
Go Bears.
Are they in Chicago?
In Chicago.
In Chicago. Ooh. I'm gonna go with Packers. I think this might be one of those games that Love goes out and plays well and kind of shows something. But at the same time, I do like the Bears to play well in this game, though. I think they'll maybe be much improved if they use those new weapons.
That should be a fun game to watch, I think.
Yes, I agree.
But I like the Bears in that game. All right. The Vegas Raiders at Broncos. Broncos favored by 4. T?
I got to go Broncos. I just don't see – I don't know. Peyton's first game in company. Yeah, I see them taking care of business at home.
Broncos win, close game. Wilson stumbles a little bit out the gate, does okay, decent enough to win a game, but like I said, it's close. Maybe by 3.
I think Javonte is the hero in that game.
See that?
Game.
I think Wilson falls out this year. I don't know. We'll see.
Would you say the line on that game was?
Broncos -4.
Broncos -4.
That might have changed, but these are from a couple days ago. But
sure, but even at 4 though, yeah, I'm kind of Broncos win probably bullish.
I mean,
or something. I can see that.
Everybody's not in game shape, and going to that mile-high altitude, I think, will take a big part. So I think it'll be close in the first half, but Broncos pull away. Dolphins at Chargers. This has to be the most exciting matchup of week 1, I think.
For
Ryan,
sure.
what say you?
I'm gonna go. It's tough, but I'm gonna go Chargers. Very high scoring game. 38-35 Chargers, I believe. Herbert Tua both throw over 300 yards. Just ball out. Tons of offense. Very entertaining game. But give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with Ryan on that. I feel like that was in Miami. I'd take Miami on that particular thing. But yeah, out in San Diego. Oh yeah, I think San Diego pulls it off. Late field goal.
San Diego.
I'm sorry,
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
The line is Chargers -3.
Go
The
fuck
minus.
yourself, San Diego.
Yeah, I think they pull it off. Last second field goal. If not, Miami's driving and there's a late turnover or something like that.
Y'all not hear my Anchorman quote?
I missed it.
Do what?
Sorry.
I said, go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Mike McDaniel.
I think
not
this.
bad.
I think this game is a lot like the TCU Colorado game. Last team with the ball wins. And so for our last 4:30 game on Sunday, Eagles at Patriots. Eagles only a 4.5 point favorite.
It's been lowered to 4.
Oh, it's 4 now.
4 now.
I'm gonna give it to the Eagles, but I think Patriots defense is gonna kind of keep things in check. So, gonna be a close game.
Eagles by 17. They go in New England and murder the Patriots. Mac Jones gets benched.
Okay, Bailey Zappi
All right.
era.
Yeah, they're going to have to promote him from the practice squad, apparently. Because they
Right,
don't want to
why do
keep
they-
a backup quarterback on your roster.
Right. I don't get what Belichick's doing. Anyways, I will go Eagles as well. I think it's closer than some people think. New England's always have a good defense. And I mean, and as much as we crack on Belichick and stuff, they still won 8 games last year. So,
True.
plus, he wants to silence the doubters. But I don't know if they just don't have enough offensive talent to compete with Philly. Cowboys at Giants.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, well,
Um,
go ahead, T.
I'm taking the Giants. I know the Cowboys usually play pretty well up there in
crap.
New York,
Well, they've owned the Giants lately.
but I don't know. Just have a feeling that the Giants can go in there and get a job done. Get the job done.
What say you, Cowboys? So,
Must be the Augusta win came through.
all right. Well, I'll pick the Giants. Duh. But they're always
Really?
close. Yeah, they're always good close games. And like I said, Cowboys have just owned the Giants lately. But I just think there's a certain energy and vibe with this team. And I don't know. And there's no, I mean, I wouldn't say there's no pressure, but all the focus is on the other team in New York. And Ryan lost power. There's that massive hailstorm. So,
Massive hailstorm.
massive hailstorm knocked out the power. Uh-oh. All right, so with that, T1 game left on the schedule, Monday Night Football. Bills at Jets.
Ooh, I think the Jets do it. I think they first game of the year at home, this new revamped offense. Yeah, I think they get it done. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be one of those games that you're gonna see exactly why the AFC is gonna be so competitive this year. So I think that would be a nice example.
All right, well, Ryan just chimed in. He's got the Giants over the Cowboys.
Yep, I know he's gonna take the Jets too.
And he's got the
Sold on it.
Yep, he's got the Jets over the Bills. I will go with the Bills. I just think there's so much hype around the Jets and the Hard Knocks, and I think it's another one of those great games. I mean, that's basically a pick 'em. So I think if Allen just doesn't have his little knucklehead in her.
Oh
There
man,
it is.
did Dorothy come through on her bike?
I told y'all there's a huge storm. Power out. Power outage. It sucks.
Ryan's reporting from Kansas.
Yes, of course.
Well, now you know
Okay.
what it's like to be me whenever we first get in the lobby. Get to disappear for a couple
I just do it
seconds.
at the end, so that's going to be the new thing. I'll do it at the end now.
Well, I knew you were gonna pick the Jets, so I spoke for you, but I
Ooh.
didn't get to speak into the mic like you do. When you get all,
Right, that's how I like to do my picks.
There it is.
Yeah, I got the Jets. Close game, very entertaining game though. And I did want to give props to the Cowboys Giants. Giants win, very close. They've lost 10 straight to Dallas, dating back to 2016. They break that streak Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Yes. Oh, Collinsworth's going to be on the call.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is it Collins? Man, we get Collinsworth twice this week.
Yeah.
Who did y'all pick for that game?
Same. We went New York heavy.
Okay.
No, I went New York. I went Giants and Jets, and then Sean went Bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep. All right,
It's gonna be
Ryan,
close.
give me your score for your Bucks game.
So I know I picked the Vikings. I don't want to. I'm going to go 2017 Vikings over the Bucks. Think it's close. I do think Mike Evans signs that contract. I don't know if y'all seen the news, but he's put on a little ultimatum by September 9th. Said he wants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, said he wants an extension or he's not going to play. So they've kind of restructured.
Man.
They've kind of restructured a deal, and he's probably going to play. He's going to resign. They're going to pay him the money he wants. It's not a huge raise, but it's more years and incentive based.
Well,
Yeah, he'll play. I wouldn't worry about it.
I'll stick with my pick then.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it, but I do think the Vikings pull it out. So I do think the defense plays well, both sides. Man, Jefferson's too much for the Bucks defense to handle, man. I just think he catches a couple touchdowns and, just they don't have the defense they had back in 2020 or 2021, that's for sure. So, but close game. I definitely think the Bucks compete. Baker plays decent, I think. So enough to at least keep the starting job for one more week, but they lose 20-17 to the Vikings.
All right, T, give me your score for your game.
27-3. Cardinals get a field goal on the opening drive, and then the Commanders take care of business afterwards.
There you go. All right. Well, I like the Giants 28-24 over the Cowboys. We do end the 10-game losing streak because I think this is a really big game for the Giants to week one because their first few games are just brutal. Plus all these West Coast trips. So I think it's imperative that, we get and have a good game. And I hope DJ plays well. And I think he will. And I will be rocking my number 8 jersey.
There you go.
Not the gangrene one, but the blue number 8. All right.
The original number 8 of New York.
That's right. That is right. All right. So real quick, guys, anybody have their favorite bet of the weekend? We talked a little bit about it.
Mine's hands down Colorado. Colorado -3 over Nebraska. I don't see Nebraska. Nebraska put 7 points up against 2 and lost on a last second field goal or something. So I think Colorado has too many weapons. Now they need to work on their defense, but Nebraska doesn't have that kind of offense. So home opener for Colorado 2 -3, I'll take that all day.
Nebraska lost to Minnesota 13-10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Minnesota is no pushover. It's not that, but yeah, I don't see Nebraska winning that game. I just do not. So I like that one. I like that line.
All right, Ryan.
I'll go NFL. I'm going to take that Bengals. I know it's a low number, 2.5. I feel weak for picking that, but I think Bengals squash that number and win by a touchdown or more. So Bengals over the Browns.
Well, damn, you just picked the game I wanted to do, but I'm taking the Browns plus 2.5.
Okay.
So I think the line is shifted to 3. So I will still take the Browns plus 3.
That's your upset of the week, huh?
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, week 1's always crazy. I just hope that Washington doesn't lose, so my survival pick is not eliminated.
No one wants to pick the Texas-Alabama game on Saturday. The line is 7 for Bama.
I mean, I can see Texas covering that because I don't
Roll Tide.
know. I don't really know if I know what
Tide rolls.
Alabama's identity is, but man, Tuscaloosa is a hard place to go and win, and I didn't see Texas be very impressive yesterday or Saturday against a Rice team that they should have clobbered. They did not. So.
It was a good game last year when they played.
It was. They kept
Texas
up with
should have
them.
won that game.
That was also here in Austin.
Yeah. No.
I don't know. I mean, I think Texas keep it close. It's tough to be like, oh yeah, Longhorns gonna win that game. There's not a lot of people that go into Alabama and win, so I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon or nothing. So
Bama by 10. There you go.
Isn't it weird?
There's also a whole lot of me that does not care who wins the game.
I just want an entertaining game, but isn't it weird? Doesn't it seem like Alabama's just flying under the radar this year? I know it's only week 1, but I mean, it's like nobody's talking about Alabama.
Oh boy!
Uh-oh.
What we got now?
If you're in Storm Angelo, get to your shelter.
Get out. Get to your storm shelter.
Make sure you got your candles, your canned green beans, and your butane tanks, and you'll be set. So
storm shelters in San Angelo. Come on now.
We got the tornadoes coming over here.
Well, just in case the zombie apocalypse ever happens.
Yeah, that's true.
It's called getting your bathtub with a mattress over it.
There you go. Get your steak knife ready. So, Ryan, why don't you tell these people where they can find us on social media?
All right. We are on Facebook. We are on X. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on every social media platform you can think of, except MySpace. But you can find us at Real Tree Shakers Show. So please look us up, find us, watch our stuff, comment, follow, rate, everything you can do on there. Interact.
Vote on the polls.
Vote every poll, please. Look for us on Spotify. Spotify, iHeart, Google, Amazon, Apple Podcasts. Find us, Real Tree Shakers Show.
Yes, with real content and no white noise.
Exactly.
Guys, as always, it's been fun. I can't wait for week 1. I know we'll be in constant communication. But when we're back next time, I'll have